A pitch is like good to have like typed out and reading and being able to read it, but like a lot of people, they'll be on the doors, they'll be like, oh, I'm not doing something right, and then they'll go back and stare at their pitch. Like, it's not your pitch that you're saying all the words right. It's not like the exact lines that you're messing up. It's the way you're explaining it, because it's a conversation. It's not a pitch, or else we could just walk up and hand them the pitch in a piece of paper. They could read it, and then we could get a sale. Yeah, so it's not the pitch that sells people. It's you helping them understand like how it's going to benefit them. Like I said, like yeah, a pitch doesn't really help too much. But I mean, it helps, but it's more of the conversation and the way that you guide the conversation than the actual pitch itself. But yeah, never back the customer into the corner. Yeah. And some objections people raise aren't even worth discussing in the first place. Just like at the beginning, hey, I'm not interested. There's no point in fighting that objection, because there's no point in like making that a big deal, because they don't know what they're not interested in yet, and you know that, so you don't need to be like, I didn't even tell you what it is yet, because that's just going to start an argument. But in your head, you already know that, so you don't even have to bring it up. You just keep going, because in your head, you know, like you didn't even tell them, so you know they don't know what they're not interested in yet, so you don't need to bring it up. You can just keep going, and then you can still get them interested, if that makes sense.
And the money one-liner for that is, hey, no worries, maybe you can help me out real quick. And then you just explain them what do you need help with? Having the sign in their yard. And that works really well. That's what Brady uses too for not interested.
What does he use?
Hey, no worries, I was actually hoping to get your help real quick.
Right, yeah. But yeah, the big thing I just wanted to kind of talk about is just be attentive on the way that you're like elaborating the pitch to the customer, and like I wish I would like recorded some of my pitches yesterday, just so I could kind of give you guys more of like a better example of like in like a real life situation. But I'm gonna get some videos for you guys today. But like when I go up and I get like somebody being mean to me, or like, hey, I don't want it. Like when you respond with that calm energy of like, hey, I get it, like this may not be exactly what you've been looking for, but you might be able to help me out. Like that just completely throws their whole energy off, because like their energy is terrible, your energy is great, and so now they have no other choice but to change their energy. Because it's like, wow, I can't continue to be mean to this kid, or they're just gonna feel like terrible people in their head, you know? But yeah, that's really all I got. Does anybody have really?
Like when it comes to objections, well, mine, I had to go back and listen to it. What's it called? The podcast where they did all the sales. Anyway, there's a billion of them out there. They were talking about objections, and the key with objections is when you start getting better at the job, you start realizing that you don't fight for deals like you used to when you first started, and it's knowing how to overcome the objections before you even get them, way before you get them. Like. I already have an alarm system. Yeah, I know, no shit. That's why I stopped by. But you bring that up before, way before. They open up the door and they're 60 years old. You bring up fixed incomes way before they bring it up. You know you're in a neighborhood. You know they're a renter. You bring up that they're a renter and that they can move the system anytime they want. It leaves no impression on the house way early on. So that way you've already answered those questions, and you feel like you're getting more laydowns. I forget who said it, but the more you sell, it feels like there's more laydowns out there, but it's you just created them by overcoming those simple, stupid objections way early on in the sale.
Yeah, exactly. You're defeating them earlier, so you never even have to like really even confront them about it, because you beat it before they got to it. And then the ones that you are getting in the middle of your pitch, it's just figuring out how to overcome those objections, like I'm on a fixed income, oh, we're looking for people on fixed income. Like, just being able to rattle that off in like a super, like, understanding, like, oh, I get, like, you guys don't make a ton of money, but this is how we're able to help you out. As opposed to like, oh, you're so broke, like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, but yeah, anybody else? No? Are we ready to go swing?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Right.
let's do the prayer.
Michael.
All right,
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the opportunity to be out here. Help us to go out swinging. Help us to use this day, make some sales. Watch over us, keep us protected. Obviously, give us the energy we need to keep talking to these people. Even if they do have objections, obviously, use them for the sale instead of against the sale and start arguing. We don't want to do that. Help us to be nice. Help us to be productive as well. And let's get it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Let's get it, Jesus. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.